Shannon Sharpe could find a new home rather soon. And apparently they're talking about it could be on FanDuel TV. Now, I didn't know Pat McAfee was on FanDuel TV. Now, Pat McAfee is, if you don't know who it is, he was an NFL kicker with a great personality. He might have been a punter. I can't remember. Same difference. And he had a really good personality. He could talk really well. I mean, I believe that he was made for TV, honestly. I love his show. I watch his show on YouTube, but I didn't know he was on FanDuel TV. I would see clips about FanDuel TV and stuff, so I'm gonna go home and download it on my Roku TVs and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I seen like Sean Payton on there. I seen little interviews, but apparently that's where Shannon Sharpe is allegedly or rumored to be headed to do a morning talk show. So I think a lot of people they like Skip and Shannon. I think a lot of people paid more attention when they had the animosity and the controversy. I mean, Skip thanked Shannon Sharpe for giving him an opportunity. Stephen A. recently, when he heard the news, thanked Skip for giving him an opportunity. So Skip put a lot of brothers in a great position. I mean, at the end of the day, you got people that's still going to accuse Skip for being what he is. And Skip was raised by a black woman, let him tell it. You got people that's going to feel the same way. But at the end of the day, I mean, he could have gave that job to a number of different people to be his host, and he did give it to Shannon and Skip. So Shannon and Stephen A. and Shannon Sharpe. So at the end of the day, he can finesse it if you want to. He can do something on ESPN. He can do something on a few networks if he truly wanted to. You know, do ESPN on Mondays and Saturdays and Sundays but I don't know if he want to work that hard. But yeah, I mean, FanDuel TV, I mean, he got a name. Great talker. I remember him and Ray Buchanan going back and forth back in the day in the Super Bowl. The Broncos, when I wasn't rooting for the Lions, I was rooting for Terrell Davis, John Elway, and Shannon Sharpe, and Steve Atwater, and the Broncos. Not gonna lie. You know, to outside of Barry Sanders, my next guy was Terrell Brandon. It's not Terrell. I like Terrell Brandon from them T-Wolves back in the day in the Cavs, but my next guy was Terrell Davis, Corey Dillon, and LaDainian Tomlinson, with, you know, obviously Barry being number one and Terrell being number two, but those was my guys, you know. But nonetheless, he paved the way for himself, and I'm proud. You know, some people say, well, he was out here raccooning and buck dancing and stuff. When you get in that TV, you get in the entertainment world, there's certain things you got to do, and sometimes I got to be telling myself and remind myself that, you know, everything is not going to be peaches and cream when it comes to that for the brothers, man. So I 100% understand it. Great on TV. I'm a supporter him where he go. I still watch Skip Bayless show. I ain't gonna lie. Rumored LaShawn McCoy, but I'm definitely downloading FanDuel TV. It's free. It's on Fire TV, Apple iOS, whatever they system. It's on Roku as well. I got Roku, I got Fire TV, sticks and stuff of that nature. So I'm definitely interested. But Pat McAfee, long story short, he moving over to ESPN. So I wasn't aware that he was on FanDuel TV as well too. So, but apparently, you know, he taking his act to ESPN. You had a lot of people that say, well, he sold out to ESPN. Everybody got a number. If they give you enough money, bruh, a lot of you dudes' numbers a lot lower than McPhee's number went going to ESPN. That's what people got to understand about business, is that I figured out about a lot of internet business. A lot of these dudes do drop shipping. They create the drop ship business. They build it up. They get it running, and they sell it, and they do it again. Do it and sell it, do it and sell it, do it and sell it, do it and sell it. That's what they do. That's what they do. They do it that's what they do in business. You build stuff up to sell it. Dana White and UFC, they build it up and they sell it. You know, and they take that money and they KIM, they keep it moving. So you really can't get mad that they building it up and they selling it. They building it up and they selling it. So what? It's life. It's life. don't think too many people like really like tripping about it. I ain't tripping about it. I mean, he sold it for he had a number. Ain't mad about it. And now Shannon Sharpe might be replacing him, and who knows? Shannon Sharpe show might get bigger, and maybe FS1 want to pick it back, or another network. He want to go solo. Shit, you never know. But I'm gonna be all in, dude. I'm always looking to watch new morning shows or listen to them while I'm at work, or if I got the day off, or catch up on the podcast. I'm gonna continue to support Shannon Sharpe. And I know, people say, well, the debate TV then messed up, sports TV then messed up sports and all that, and I don't believe it has. Once you learn it's a TV, it's a show. It's just like any of them fake reality TV shows to a certain extent. There's going to be overreaction, knee-jerk reaction, Monday morning reaction. And really, for the most part, man, I used to be a diehard sports fan, And, used to really be, like, when I was younger, being too with the video games, 989 Sports, Quarterback Club. I mean, you had, everything, Shootout, Blitz. I was playing everything, really, but EA for a while, because EA was trash for a while, but they got it, at some point they got back on track and it got trashed, but nonetheless. But, I remember you had to get our sports, I used to have to get my sports news a lot of the time, on the newspaper. It wasn't these TV shows. It was really Sports Center and ESPN, news running over and over again. So I like hearing them talk, even though they get repetitive, but it's no different from the NBA and NFL putting, their most popular teams on primetime. No matter how bad the Cowboys is, they going to have a nice amount and a handful of primetime games. That's a fucking fact. So I like it, bro. And, if I feel like it's getting oversaturated or it's too much, or I don't like a particular show, guess what? I can switch this ESPN First Take. Guess what? I can watch the clips on YouTube now, or listen to the podcast. I can switch to Undisputed. Now I can switch to Shannon Sharpe show. Guess what? If I don't like what they doing, there's a number of great channels that do the same thing. There's a couple 49ers channels I listen to, man. Couple former NFL players. Obviously I'm a Lion fan. Check out my Detroit channel, Motor City Sports Talk, Lion, Pistons, everything else. Michigan football, Michigan State football, basketball, Michigan, all that. So, I switch over to some other guys that do their thing and do their podcast, and I want a different angle. So I don't have the love and time I used to have for sports, but I will say, if any Detroit teams winning, we all in here. But but for football, yeah, my Sunday slate is clean on Sundays. Anybody I'm in a relationship with, my parents know. Everybody know. That's just me. On Sundays, if I do work out in the morning, it's a makeup day. If I do something Sunday morning, it might be some laundry. Maybe if I'm hurting, I get a massage or something like that. But other than that, I'm working out. I'm getting ready for football. I'm setting up parlays, dropping FanDuel lineups. That's just what I'm doing. So the NBA, I used to live for that shit. But it's just the Pistons ain't been good, and the product then dropped off 100-fold. It used to be a really good product, man, and it became a shitty product. So, but yeah, I mean, Shannon can do a whole bunch with this, and he was on Twitter basically saying that, right now he's taking a break from the suits and enjoying his mornings, but he'll be back on morning TV. So FanDuel TV, give you some ownerships, give you some money, probably gonna be on YouTube, get that YouTuber digital money, and he had more creative control, and that's what happened. Skip got too big. Skip was already big, made a lot of money, got all the power. That's what he negotiated this deal. And, Shannon was getting bigger in his own right. You can't continue to son your big little brother when he become bigger and he become a brand. And Shannon Sharpe became a cornerstone in the black community. And I'm always gonna have a level, no matter how much disrespect somebody, dish out to me, even if I gotta hit below the belt or below that disrespect. If somebody that gave me my start I'm always gonna have a some respect for you, not to go overboard. I'm always gonna have some. I'm always gonna be in debt to you in some way, shape, form, and fashion, for sure. So I understand him not wanting to go all the way in on Skip and put hands on Skip, but that's part of the job. You're gonna have, especially in the black community, you're gonna have people say, "Oh, I would have did this and I would have did that," and that's why these ninjas ain't got no money. That's why they don't own nothing. You know, that's why they ain't got no jobs or got important jobs, or you know, they went to corporate and didn't go far. We gotta check. We as men, the number one thing I would say, the hardest thing for me, especially dealing with women and living with a woman that's not your mother, even with your mother, whoever, is being able to control your emotions and not let nobody manipulate and press your buttons. And once you learn how to do that, I feel like you can master a lot of things throughout life. That's what I feel. I think you can master a lot of things in life. You know, because you can go make money, but then you can lose it all by being emotional and making an irrational decision. And a lot of people who get in trouble, who get into the penitentiary, who go to jail behind some silly, willy, dumb stuff, a lot of times it's an emotional feeling of anger, rage, and then once you go to sleep and you wake up about it, I felt like I wanted to hurt somebody at some point. There's a lot of times I feel like I really wanted to hurt somebody, but I went to sleep. I slept on it. I put my head down on it. You know, sometimes you pray on it. And the next day, you know, I feel a little bit better. And sometimes you go through breakups. You feel like, oh, man, I don't know how I'm going to continue going on. I don't know how I'm going to pick the pieces up. I've been doing this for so long. It's the best I can do. But at some point, you feel that I got fired one time. And the girl broke up with me on the same day, bruh. And as a man, you can't tell nobody that, bro. My mom like, what's wrong? I'm like, you know, I lost my job. That's about it. You know, can't tell her the other half of shit. I'm a man. Nobody want to hear about your other side of your complaints. Maybe your mother, your grandmother do. You know, some people, father, maybe. But I will tell you, man. I will tell you. Sometimes I gotta remind myself, this shit get hard. But it's just some light at the end of the tunnel, man. But you know, he's starting a new leaf. He probably gonna do a show from out there in LA. Probably like being out there in LA, like the weather. Shit, I ain't even mad at him. Other than the taxes, you know, for the most part, the food good, the amenities good. He got ownership, and maybe him and Skip will do a celebration episode one day or something like that. So, but one thing you gotta know too, man, that taught me to kind of like not want to hold grudges like that, or feel like I need revenge after somebody did something to me, and I feel like I gotta retaliate and do bodily harm, or even, you know, get revenge and pray, you know, and get back at somebody in a secretive way. What kind of always stopped me from thinking like that, make those irrational decisions, is I used to think, man, as kids, as boys, we used to fight. And then the next day or a week or two later, maybe not even that day later, 2 days later, we back cool and it's all love. And if I can sleep on that and I still feel the same rage a night later, 2, 3, a week, 3, 4 weeks later, then hey man, I thought about it, I premeditated my decision, and my decision is my decision. But a lot of times that temporary anger and that hurtful and that hateful and I want to hurt you feeling, us as men, we don't have that mechanism to hold on to that. More of that is women. And a little piece of that, you know, until women deal with that and reconcile with that, a little piece of that is always going to be in them, even after you reconcile. But we two different type of, you know, damn near species, bro. They do a great job at being patient. That's why they teachers and having patience and all that shit. But I kind of went off into some other stuff, but hey, I gotta stop at the bank. Check out the music entertainment playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. It's like everybody else had to stop at the bank too on a Wednesday. But appreciate y'all. Let me know what you girls and guys think. It's a rumor, so I gotta call it a rumor. Music entertainment playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate y'all. Let me know what you think. Comment section. Peace.